Welcome everybody, watching it live, watching it later. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important topics in English, that is going to be the conditional statements, and I'll be covering all sorts of conditional clauses along with the mixed ones in this one session. So this is dedicated for conditional clauses in English. Stay connected, we are going to learn a lot in this session. Welcome all of you from my side. Welcome Divya, Amrita, Neha, Anju, Anjali, and everyone out here. Let's go straight to the questions. Just a sec. Okay, so I start the session now. Generally, pay attention, you will have many variations here. I'll be teaching not only the conditionals, but also we will have mixed practice and dedicated practice for each and every set from conditionals. Welcome, Prithvi, good evening. GPT, good evening, Tambi. Welcome. Basically, that's the conclusion which I'm showing first, and we will head on to this. Say we will derive this, to be honest. In mathematics, we have seen derivations. In English, we have done those derivations. Welcome. Basically, we have three conditional clauses, three conditional sentences. Welcome others here. Babli, Harsh, Nancy, Aarti, Pradeep, Rohit, Jai Shri Ram. Good evening, Har Har Mahadev. Welcome. We have three conditional clauses here. Basically, they say, I'll make them derive, to be honest. Present indefinite, the first sentence is in present indefinite, the result should be in future indefinite. They say the second one is past indefinite. If the condition is there, the result should have would. And if the first sentence, the condition is in past perfect, then the result should have would have mandatorily marked out there. I repeat, they say, if we talk about present indefinite, then the result should be in future indefinite. When we say past indefinite, result should have would. And when we talk about past perfect, the next sentence should have would have over here. Welcome, Indraveer. Let's derive them. Basically, I'll show all the variations. Patience, please. Basically, we talk about the action. Okay, I've been working hard. I've been preparing for SSC examinations, and one day I will get selected. Yes, of course, if you will, don't mind my words I'm teaching right now. I know this is wrong, I'm saying. If you will work hard, you will succeed. So we think about the action first. We put a condition first, some bet. If India wins today, I will do this and such. But generally, the results come in future. I have ordered a new phone today, but it won't be delivered instantly at the time I ordered. It may be delivered in 3 hours, maybe till the evening, maybe tomorrow, or maybe the very next day. We usually perform actions in the present, and the results usually are there in the future. That's the basis, common sense of conditional clauses in English, the first one. But people who speak Hindi, I repeat, people who speak Hindi, I don't know what about Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and the other languages. Would love to get feedback from your side too. Welcome, Brenda. People who speak Hindi, let me say one line in Hindi, because in Hindi, we follow this, what is written on the screen. In English, it doesn't exist. I repeat, we say this in Hindi as a native speaker, maybe wrong, I don't know, but it doesn't exist in English. Using one line from Hindi, beta, मेहनत करोगे तो पास हो जाओगे. जो होगा देखा जाएगा. अरे आएगा तो बात कर लूंगा उससे. Usually in Hindi, we put, as a native speaker, we put both the clauses in future. We put the condition in future, we put the result in future in Hindi, not in English. You have to be careful that conditional clauses can never be in future, both of them. So it seems good, feels good. Can I get a feedback from your side, Anju, Tambi, that in Tamil, in Malayalam, do we say the same? If you will work hard putting the condition in future, you will succeed putting the result in future, because in English, it's more than impossible. Conditional clauses can never be in future. I'm emphasizing saying never again and again. Welcome all of you here. Okay, so please remember, the very first and foremost thing is, if you come across a couple of statements, the conditional clauses, conditions over here, if he follows me, when I reach there, until we do this, unless we do this, they can never ever be in future. If they are, gone. That's the blunder there. Welcome the others, Uma, Imran, Aarti, Disal, Deepak, Nancy and Sneha. Good evening heartily. We will not only study but also practice these questions. Okay, So please remember, the first and foremost thing is you can't have a couple of conditional clauses in future, which we generally speak in Hindi. Now, if you will work hard doesn't exist. If he will come here doesn't exist. If I will invite him doesn't exist. Usually we say the same. Mummy, if I will get leave, I will come. A natural line. Mummy, छुट्टी मिलेगी तो आ जाऊंगा. We say that in Hindi. In English, it is not possible. If I will get leave, I will come. No, we don't say that. We say if I get leave, I will come. In English, not in Hindi. Reena, in Tamil, we say both in future tense. It may be your first day here, all welcome. Because we live in India, to be honest, I'm not biased when it comes to any custom, religion, anything such. But we are the same in India. Thanks for saying that. In Tamil, we say both in future. Thank you for the insights. In Telugu as well, both in future. In Hindi, both in future, not in English. So please be extra careful. Okay, my message is quite clear. So the actual statement here in English is going to be, if you work hard, you will succeed. Just look at the first sentence only. If you work hard, you will succeed. Every conditional clause will be in present and the result can be in future. Okay. Don't mug up rules. You have the common sense. We are mature enough. If we transform, please do this yourself. I'll be there to help you. If you transform this whole statement now, dropping future, because in English it doesn't exist. I will remember this now. We say that in Hindi, we say that in Tamil, we say that in Telugu, we also say that in Malayalam, I think, okay? So, okay. If you transform the whole statement in past, then if, okay, conjunctions don't have past, pronouns don't have past, common sense please. Obviously the verbs change as per the time and tense in general. So the past tense of work is going to be worked. Obviously adverbs don't change. So hard will be the same here. You, the pronoun will be the same here. And everybody knows will in past becomes would. So we have this would here mandatorily. And models take the V1, models take the V1. You have already derived the second conditional clause, which is if you worked hard, you would succeed. That means if the conditional clause is in past and definite tense, we have would in the result. That's the second conditional. If you work hard, you will succeed. Remember, if you will work hard doesn't exist. If you worked hard, you would succeed. You yourself have derived, transforming the whole statement in its past form. We can make the third one ourselves, need not be dependent on any rule, need not mug up any rule and such. So the third one is, if we transform this further in past, then all of you know past indefinite becomes past perfect. Welcome, Sef, Sham, Nitish. We say both ways in Malayalam. Thank you. If we transform the whole statement now further in past, then it should be something like conjunctions don't have past or present or future. Pronouns don't have past, present, and future. If we transform, I'll show you the derivations. I will show you the timeline, the scale on time, but pretty soon. We have just started. Past indefinite, further in past becomes past perfect. This is past indefinite. I'll show you. This is past perfect. So it will be if you had worked hard, past perfect here. Remember mathematics, LHS equal to RHS? You have transformed this sentence into past perfect. Then the dependent sentence also should be in past perfect. So if you worked hard, if you had worked hard, hard will be the same adverbs. You, the pronoun, would, the same one. But now that should also be in perfect tense. So it should have and a third form after that. Okay. Putting attention please. I am a teacher. Error detection I'm teaching here. It should be would had. Pay attention. I know that is wrong. Then worked hard and succeeded in something such. Third form over here. But I have made a mistake here because that's the auxiliary verb here, the helping verb here, which is now in V2, all okay. But we already have a past form here. Will has already become V2. Would need not put another V2 again. There we didn't have any other auxiliary. Here we already have an auxiliary. And the next thing is panacea, if you remember. Models take V1 after them. So it is going to be have all three at your screen just with the help of common sense. So if you work hard, you will succeed. If you worked hard, you would succeed. If you had worked hard, you would have succeeded. I think we can feel that in our tongue also. If you work hard, will succeed, worked hard, would succeed, had worked hard, would have succeeded. I request you to remember these sentences as the typical ones, as the default ones, because once you ask me something from conditional clauses, I will use the same. Remember the first conditional, if you work hard, you will succeed. Remember the second conditional, if you worked hard, you would succeed. Remember the third conditional, if you had worked hard, you would have succeeded. Why should I mug up a rule? Why should I mug up a rule? I can derive myself. This is present tense, objections welcome. This is future, so that's the first conditional. I have derived, I have made myself. This is past indefinite, and this is would. For sure, will become would. And this is past perfect here, had plus a V3. There should be another have and a V3 after that. That's the conclusion which we had at first. Okay, so present indefinite, future indefinite, the first conditional. Past indefinite, would, the second conditional, and past perfect, would have, the third conditional. Some common examples from my side, and then we are going to practice quite a lot, including this and many others after that. Okay, so some examples from my side. You can have a look. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Please have a look. If you wish to, you can make corrections also. If you wish to, can make corrections also. Welcome others if I could welcome you. Tanvi, Isha, Yagesh. Great to see your responses. Great to see your responses. You analyze yourself. In my opinion, conditional statements are quite simple, just common sense. If you work hard, we'll succeed. If I invite you, okay, if he invites me, I will come. If he invited me, I would come. If he had invited me, I would have come, and such. So that's common sense. But they deserve a lot of attention in examinations. Free marks, if I be honest. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody here. Thank you. Anjali, what happens? There is a doubt. I am answering, you to answer, no objection. You answer these, I'm answering your doubt. The easiest way to remember, Anjali and everybody here. Yes, I agree. Which one should I consider? This one or that one? Where should I make the correction? There or here? I don't know. We should follow this. If you naturally come across a sentence anywhere, either he nor his friends, all of us know either is not followed by nor. She has asked a good doubt, a legitimate one, which should be answered to everyone here. So I'm not just skipping it, emphasizing it. I repeat, if you come across either she nor her friends, then there are two ways to make the sentence correct. We can put neither here neither she nor her friends, but I think so all of you must be unanimously answering the same way, either she or her friends. Kindly change this one. That means either she or her friends, as per the tone of the author, the flow of the author, the message of the author, because we are not writing it, the author has written that. And basically we read sentences from left side. So when I see, everyone please, either she, any grammatical mistake, Anjali? Till this point, either she, any grammatical mistake? Answer should be no. No, sir. Then considering either, we go ahead and we better know either is not followed by or. For example, the fifth sentence. If I knew him, I would have talked to him. We can make the statement both ways correct. That means if I had knew him, okay, third conditional it will be. If I knew him, I would talk to him, second conditional it may be. Then we should consider the tone of the author first. I hope my message is okay. I think you have answered yep. All of these, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. The first one. As soon as I will reach New Delhi, I will send you the file. The first thing is both the sentences, the conditional clauses in future is impossible. So we have free marks here. Gauri, good evening. As soon as I will reach New Delhi. Now I need to decide which one is the condition, which one is the result. I will send you the file once I reach New Delhi. So I think that's the condition. Once I reach there, I will send you the file. That's the result. And conditional clause cannot be in future. So as soon as I reach New Delhi, I will send you the file. Next one. Don't mug this up like the first one should be indefinite. Second one should be this. They can be flipped also. He will shift to Mumbai when he will retire from the job. Drop will from the first one. No, from the second one. Why? Because that's the condition. When he will retire, he will shift to Mumbai. That's the result. Once I retire, I will do my own business. I leave this job, I'll do my own business. But once I need to retire from this job, then I will do my own business. So that's the condition. That's the result. I'm sorry. That's the condition. And conditional clauses can never be in future. And common sense is once he retires from the job, singular subject with an SES. Okay. If she had seen me, I will mention this is the first conditional, third conditional, I would say now. If she had seen me, okay, past perfect here, past perfect should also be there. She would interrupt me. Perfect tense here. She would have interrupted me and such. Objections welcome. I will come if I will get leave. Come on. I will come if I get leave. If I knew him, I would have talked to him. Okay, that's the first conditional. That's the second conditional. If I knew him, I would talk to him. Drop this have. I hope. Objections welcome. Similarly, if I had a pen, this is a little dramatic. You need to pay attention a little. Because if I had a pen is the second conditional, but sir, this says had. Okay. In past perfect, we don't have had alone. We have a third form after that. So since we have a third form here, third form will be there for sure. Since in this sentence, we do not have any third form here, this is past indefinite. Doubts welcome, please. This is past indefinite. And for past indefinite, we don't have plus V3. We have just would plus V1. So that is going to be I would give it to you. If she will come, I will talk to her. Now, if she comes, singular subject, SES, I will talk to her. And if you had seen the first conditional, the third conditional again, yesterday's game, I'm sure you would enjoy it. Thank you, everybody. You would have enjoyed it. I'm sure you are enjoying it. Nothing to mug up. Thanks, everyone here. Let's go ahead. Keeping this into mind, going ahead. We have a zero conditional also. I repeat, if you pay a little more attention, they are numbered the same. This is called first conditional, not like basic numbering we are putting number one. No, that is called the first conditional, second conditional, third conditional. We have a zero conditional also because we don't start numbering with zero, but we have a zero conditional also. What is that? Because generally, if we talk about the casual actions, if we talk about general statements like 2 and 2 makes 4 and such, it is not going to be in future. 2 and 2 will make 4. If you will add, this is impossible now. If you will, impossible. Okay. If you add 2 plus 2, it will become 4. Need not mention future, it will become 4. Because we better know both the sentences exist in present. If we add 2 and 2 becomes 4. Fine. And such. Good evening, Prakta. We answered the fifth one wrong. Prerna. No. Unanimously, the fifth one should be marked here because that's second conditional. No problem. You are correct in English, but in examinations, unanimously, we have to match the tone of the author and the theme of the author. I hope you understand. Doubts always welcome. Thank you. So we have a zero conditional also, where both the action and the result, because it doesn't happen in future, it happens in present also. Both of them happen in present. We put them in such a manner. Judge these. If you want to leave, you can. This is not future. You can leave, say. This is not future. Can is not used in future. Can belongs to present tense. If you want to leave, you can leave now. Both of them in present tense. Thank you, Pradeep. Vidansh, welcome, brother. If you have any difficulty, feel free to say, I'll help you. If she feels any difficulty, she can inform me. That's the zero conditional. So, if we boil water at 100, it will evaporate in the future. Hasn't evaporated yet? No, it evaporates. It happens in general. If you heat ice, it will in the future. Ice age happened millions of years ago. It melts. It happens in such a manner. And the last line, but not the least one, you better know this. Catch me if you can. A movie of Leonardo DiCaprio, songs also, general statements also. Catch me if you can. In this case, we have a conditional clause. So if you can catch me then. This is present, that is present, everything in present. Is that okay? We call this the zero conditional. Thumbs up from your side to help me go ahead faster. Welcome Manjula and Gunjan. Okay? Zero conditional. Now we have four conditional sentences: 0, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Let's go through some miscellaneous sessions, because in examinations we come across distinctions which I will show you, but in a couple of minutes. First of all, stage is yours. Thank you heartily, everyone. And you have those instructions also. The first couple of them. Pooja, good evening, hey dear. From zero conditional, if you heat ice, it melts. Thank you. Because that's a general statement. Need not mention that in future. If we heat ice, it will melt somewhere in the future. Nope. If water reaches 100, it boils. Absolutely. Zero conditionals. Okay. Now the first conditional. If she studies hard, she will pass the exam. Thank you. If it rains tomorrow, Anju, obviously if it rains, but tomorrow, that's specifically talking about future, then we will stay at home. Second conditional. I should have marked them number 0 first. Let's mark them this. First conditional now, second conditional now, third conditional now, and some mixed ones. If I blank space a millennium, I travel the world. Nancy, conditional clauses, the subjunctive mood. Neha, I'm not a millennial. If I was, no. Utkarsh, God bless you. Don't do this ever, 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 please. You know I respect you pretty much. No. I think all of you know, in such a situation where we talk about those unreal conditions, hypothetical ones, the subjunctive mood, we put were in place of was for each and every subject. If I were the prime minister, if I were a bird, if I were a millionaire, if I were the king, if he were your friend and such. We don't use was, we use were for that. The subjunctive, yep. I would travel the world. Yes, Manish, if I were a bird, I would fly. And if he blank space more time, Dexter, Prerna. Second conditional, if he had more time, he would help us. Third conditional now. If she blank space wake up earlier, she got the train. Thank you so much for the responses. If she had woken up earlier, she would, third conditional, have, and then a third form, caught the train. If they had invited, thanks everyone. If they had invited us, we would have gone to the party. Sneha, thank you, everyone here. Now, pay attention. These are the mixed conditional clauses also. If you blank space my advice yesterday, you be happier now. What about the last two? Prerna, great presence of mind. Great, honestly. No, Praktha. Would have been cannot be in present. Now, it shows past over there. These are the mixed conditionals I'm stating. If you had taken my advice, you would be happier now. This is not stating past. You would be happier now. That's the mixed conditional. I hope you can feel the difference. One of the statements talking about past, one of the statements talking about present. Yes. Similarly, the next one, if he blank space not spend all his money last month, he buy a new phone today. Hmm. Utkarsh, GPT had not spent. A third form should be there. Neha, perfect, as always. No, Sneha, the last statement is talking about today. And today cannot be in past perfect tense. Actions which happened in the past can be in past perfect, but the actions which mention today, say now, can't be. Divyanshi, good evening. Absolutely everybody. If he had not, say, spent all his money last month, talking about past, yesterday, talking about past, he would buy a phone today. Notice words in between. He would buy a new phone today. For example, practical words. Usually they are not asked in examinations, but I'll show you. But I will show you something from officially an examination. CPO 11th of December 2019. I will show you the mixed conditional and such. Usually they are not asked. Usually. But the same is here. For example, we are in an offline class. I give you sheets, the offline sheets. In that case, I requested yesterday to you, please call me in the evening and remind me to bring a sheet. GPT said, sir, please bring this sheet. Okay, please call me in the evening. I'll bring a sheet for you. He forgot to call me. Now today he said, sir, have you brought the sheet? Oh my God. You didn't call me actually. If you had called me yesterday, if you had called me yesterday, I would give you, not yesterday, I would give you now. If you had called me yesterday, I would give you the sheet right now, because right now can't be in past and yesterday cannot be in present. I hope you can feel the mixed conditionals here. Stage is yours again as per the examinations. Quick. Sakshi, Radhe Radhe. Shaw, Nancy. Obviously, I would give you right now, exactly at the moment. Uma. Yes, you can mention A, B, C, D also. If she will study, come on, need not go ahead. Conditional clause in future. In my country, in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, we say that, not in English. If she studies harder, then the first one. If I was you, thanks everybody for stating. We will study the subjunctive mood pretty soon. If I was you, that's the conditional clause, but the hypothetical one, the unreal one, where we use were. If I were you, I would take the opportunity. Had you informed me, just one example for you, this is actually inversion. This is correct. I will teach you pretty soon what inversion is. Leave it right now, focus on the conditional clauses. Had you informed me, that means if you had informed me, great. Good evening, Muskan. Radhe Radhe. Now, Anjali, judge this. Judge this. We have had plus V3 here. That means that's the third conditional. And in the third conditional, LHS equal to RHS. Had plus V3. Had plus V3 should be there in the second half also. Prerna. Amrita. Absolutely. So it should be would have helped. Fraction B. If they had listened, that was the first one, that was the second one, that's the third one, that's the third one again, the third conditional. If they had listened to my advice, they would not face this problem now. Thank you. So if they had listened, third conditional, V3, third conditional, they would not have faced this problem now. Unless, if you know this is a negative word, unless, until, and in those negative words, We cannot have a not again. Pradeep, Romix. So dropping this unless, until they are already negative, need not put not again. And now he apologizes. SES to the finite form. I will not talk to him. Done. If he had worked, this is the first conditional, that's the third conditional again. If he had worked a little harder, he will have succeeded. Come on, will in past tense, not at all. Thank you. He would have succeeded. She could have succeeded, no problem. Third conditional again, but the zero one, not future, present, but the third one, no problem. Zero, let me say, in the third form. She could have succeeded if she... No Amrita, no Neha. Seventh, have a look again. May I have the answers for the seventh one again from Neha, Amrita? Because that's wrong. No Muskan. I think no one yet. I think no one yet. No Utkarsh, no brother. Would is a model. Models don't take a V2 after them. Nope. I'm looking for the answer of the seventh one. Nope. Uma Prajapati. Perfect. No. It shouldn't be no error. Actually, the problem is, judge this. I know it's been some 37 minutes now. We are finishing this, and next 20 minutes we'll discuss the next conditional clause. But listen, conditional clauses, say statements, can be derived any one of them in three ways. If you help me, I will help you. If you helped me, I would help you. If you had helped me, I would have helped you. The conditional clause sentence cannot take a will. If she will, it's impossible, you know. So Neha, how can we say in past if she would? That's also in future, in past. If she will doesn't exist, then how is it possible to say if she would? If she would have, conditional clause cannot be in future. Neither will nor would or would have will be there. Just drop it. And better instead, since this is a third conditional, put had here. And that will be a V3 because put remains the same. Feel this now? Absolutely, absolutely correct now. Amrita, Neha, Divya, yep. If she had put in more efforts, she could have succeeded. Third over there. Conditional clause cannot be in future. No will, no would, nothing such. Let me say something for you. This is impossible to see. If she would have, no, impossible. If she would have, impossible. She would in past in the conditional clauses, more than impossible. Done. Don't be sorry. All okay. Eighth one I haven't marked yet. If you will call me later, I will explain everything. If you call me later, I will explain everything. The first conditional, what's wrong? Prerna. The first conditional. If you call me, I will explain. Done. Prerna, think about this way. Is that okay? If not, say. If it was not for his support, next, ninth. If it wasn't for his support, we couldn't have won. Third conditional, the 0-1, no problem. Absolutely. If it was, no. If it were, the subjunctive mood, the second conditional. And I wish he tells me the truth. Sneha, have, cannot, Take a V-win after that. Have win is more than impossible. Great, Anjali. You know, oh, I wish I were the richest man on the earth. We put I wish to show some regret. I wish I hadn't talked to him like this. I wish he were here because he's not here. You say, I wish I were there. I wish I could talk to him and such. Na, 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 na. No problem. At least you are making some mistakes. That means you are learning something here. Past indefinite. I wish I were. Isn't it okay? I wish I were. Feel this line. I am not the richest. I won't be. I am not the prime minister. Won't be. I wish I were the prime minister. The subjunctive tone of past. काश, those who understand हिंदी, काश मैं उसकी जगह होता, काश मैं देश का प्रधानमंत्री होता, काश. The subjunctive tone. I wish, अरे यार उस पर फालतू का गुस्सा कर दिया, काश गुस्सा नहीं किया होता. I wish I. Past indefinite. It defines. Okay? Done. Now, all of these were made by me for your practice. This is authentically from the horse's mouth. Answer carefully. Radhe Radhe. Mixed conditionals have also been asked in examinations, but quite rarely. Not always, but they are. And those who are new here, I keep on mentioning examples from official sources, from official examinations, CPO, CGL, CHSL, Steno and such, just to feel you more comfortable, to have more credibility and authenticity. GPT, for regret, how would we define future? Because something may happen in the future. We express regret of something which could have happened in the past, but could not. I wish I, for example, yesterday we had some quarrel and I shouted at you, and today I feel, nah, he has always been my brother. I shouldn't have shouted at him. I wish I didn't have shouted at him because I did. That's the regret of the past. Thank you for saving time. Everyone, conditional clause cannot be in future. If you will, come on, we'll talk to you later. If you finish your book, just a sec. It is had, it is would also, but how should I notice which one is this? Had takes a third form, would takes a V1. I have a V1 here, so it is not going to be this. I would like to borrow it. Now, generally, students mug up rules and they will think would, that should be the second conditional. And second conditional should be past indefinite. Sir, D, impossible. That's actually the zero conditional. Remember, would is also used for politeness. I would like to join you. You have come here for the first time. What would you like to have? Sir, I would like to say something. Would representing the polite form of request. Would you help me, please? Would you mind if I sit here and such? Would is used for politeness. So that's not the second conditional. If he invited me, I would go there. That's for the respect. That's for the politeness. So that's the zero conditional here now. And feel this. No book can teach such variations because they are instant. They depend upon the perception of the author. We can't follow norms and rules and such. And there have been many such. Just one example here. If you say if you finish present indefinite, then the meaning is going to be dramatic. If you finish your book, would like to borrow it, that means you finish your book on a daily basis. Present indefinite shows habitual actions or actions which happen on a daily basis. I wake up at 7 in the morning. My name is this on a daily basis and such. Why would I say if you finish the book, I would like to borrow this? But generally, for example, let's talk about money. I gave you money last month and you said, once I have done everything that I wanted, I'll give your money back. Fine. Now I'm asking you, hey, if you do your work, give me my money back. I would like to get my money back. If you do your work or if you have done your work, I would like to get my money back. If you have done what you wanted, I would love to get my money back. So the next statement is saying, I would like to borrow this. That means for him, the action should have been completed. That's why I can borrow that. We are friends. You have a book. I would like to study with this book. No, no, no. I'm completing syllabus. It'll take 1 month. After 1 month, I'll ask you, hey, if you have finished the book, I would like to borrow that, because if you have finished, I would like to borrow that. If you read that on a daily basis, why would I borrow? How would you give me? Is that okay? CPO 11th of December 2019. If you have finished, and you will never come across any rule stating first conditional should have perfect tense over here, result should have would and such, but it all depends upon the need of the sentence. Quick comments and we go ahead. Quick. Is that okay? Everyone here, Divya, Anju, and all of you. Next. Correction from your side if you wish to. Let's go through these also. Clear? Thank you. Thank you. Objections, heartily welcome. Let's go. When I reached the railway station, the train left. I think all of us know this. I speak Hindi. We say the same, quoting a line. जब तक मैं स्टेशन पहुंच पाता, train जा चुकी थी. We use the perfect tense. Let me, hello, hey dear, yes. Let me define this. This is the present tense. Say any date of this time. Time right now, 6 p.m. say. This is future and this is past. Let's assume, let's visualize time and tense in English. That's how I can show you precise variations. That's how I can show you the precise prakta variations. Feel this. This is 6 p.m. Okay, I reach home by 7:30. Fine. Yesterday, feel this, because I'm explaining all three variations possible here. I repeat, I'm explaining three variations possible here. Need not mug up a rule, because if you do, you can answer 95% of the questions correct, but some such will be wrong for sure. Feel this. So yesterday when I came home yesterday, say in the evening at 7:30. When I came home yesterday, a point of time in the past, I found the lights on, because both the actions happened at the same time. Both the actions happened at the same time. When I reached home, I opened the door. Oh my God, I didn't turn off the lights today. Oh, I found the lights on. In this case, we write both the sentences in past indefinite because both of them happened at the same time. We don't use perfect tense for that. I hope you understand. This is gold level content. But viewers, God bless you, hey dear. Thanks a lot for the support. Mean a lot to me. Thank you, brother or sister. Thanks a lot. So both actions happening at the same time. When I reached home, when I opened the door, I found the lights on. I found the television on. I found the laptop on and such. Fine. Both at the same time. First possibility. Now the second possibility. When I reached home, past indefinite, my mother was cooking food. Cooking food is a continuous process, can be marked in continuous tense. Well, how would I say she cooked food? We cook food, it takes time. It goes on for some time. But I found out can be instantly. So the second condition and the possibility. So when I reached home, my mother was cooking food. When I reached home, children were playing in the garden. When I reached home, she was watching something on TV. So the second possibility is past indefinite can take past continuous also. When I reached home, I found the lights on. First possibility, both in past indefinite because both the actions happened at the same time. When I reached home, she was cooking food, she was sleeping, children were playing. Both not happening instantly, but one of them, point of time, I reached home. The other one, a continuous process, she was cooking food and such. And the third one, which is here, say, I reached the railway station. So I reached the railway station at 7 a.m., 7 p.m. somehow. but the train had already left at 5 a.m. or p.m. or what? Actually, no. Yesterday, I reached the railway station, but when I reached the railway station, the other action had happened before this action happened. So in that case, when both of the actions are not happening at the same time, or both of them didn't happen at the same time, we use past indefinite. For the one which happened later, we use past perfect for the one which happened before. That means the train had left before I reached the railway station. I reached later, the train had left before. I hope these three conditional clauses are clear here. Deepak, thank you. Past indefinite, past indefinite. Past indefinite, past continuous. Past indefinite, past perfect, because both of them didn't happen at the same time. Feel this. We can identify them with the help of conjunction when, and of course with these after and before, clearly stating that this action happened later, this action had happened before. Okay, feel this. When I reached, the train had left. Thank you. Anjali, the timeline, great, and thank you so much. So I reached after the train had left, but the train had left before I reached the railway station. Every statement talking about the same in general, where one action happened, the other one had happened before. I reached at 6, but the train had left at 5 and such. Let's practice these also. This is the logic you can remember. Absolutely. Both at the same time, both at the same time. One happened and the other happening. One happened, the other had happened before. Very, 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 very clear. Thank you. If two actions have already happened in the past, the one which happened first is marked in past perfect. It had happened before, and the one which happened later in past indefinite. I reached home, but I realized I had left my tiffin, say bottle, in the office, because I didn't leave my tiffin or bottle in the office instantly when I reached home. But once I reached home, I realized, oh my God, I had left my tiffin or bottle or keys in the office. So there in the office, I had left, but I reached home at 7. Let's practice these also. Stage yours. Thank you. It depends upon the perception of the person. I didn't mention anything about the course. So you are laughing at yourself, assuming something, and laughing at that. God bless you. Pandemonium. That's how people live on the internet. Daydreaming in their own dreams. Pensive. Deep in thoughts. Yo. So when I arrived, the flight earlier had left. Sakshi. After she had completed, I was allowed to go out and play. By the time we reached the theater, movie already started. The movie had already started. Great, Neha, for the sixth one. That wasn't that easy, wasn't a typical or a common one. great, to be honest. He told me that he visited the museum before. Divya and everyone here. Pradeep, he had visited the museum before. He told me, but he had visited before. I finished my meal before he had arrived. Okay, what should be the correction in the fifth one? I would love to get clear idea. Do mention fifth, and that's the answer. No, I can't pronounce your name, Hadia. Please bear with me. Parbankhag. No, it has a blunder in the fifth one. Can I have the answers to the fifth one? Fifth one first. Neha, Amrita. No Deepak, no Utkarsh, no Vishal, nope, Muskan. No. Actually, there's a problem. I keep on putting tiny variations in between the examples so that once you come across something such, I know quite rarely do we come across anything such, but still we do. It's okay to have the first glance like before should be perfect tense. Yes, you are correct. But something which had happened before will be in perfect, all okay. Something which happened later, how can that be in perfect tense? Something which happened later, how can that be in perfect tense? Neha once again has the perfect answer. So before making a correction here, make the blunder, mark the blunder here. It's impossible to have before he had arrived. It will change the tone of the sentence. It's impossible. How can you mention something which had happened before and which had happened later in past perfect tense and that indefinite? Impossible. Both can be indefinite, possible. But the one which happened later can be past perfect. More than impossible. I hope you can feel this. Fraction 2 will be considered, not fraction 1. Got it. Thank you. Next. As soon as the teacher entered, the students had stood up. That was impressive. As soon as, that means when the teacher entered, the students had. This is impossible. The statement is saying when the teacher entered, the students stood up then. It's not like before the teacher could enter, the students had stood up. It's not like they stood up before. It is like when the teacher entered, as soon as the teacher entered, the students stood up then. So it can't be in perfect tense again. I hope this is clear. Yes, Yagesh. Perfect. By the time the doctor arrived, the patient, I think we have gone through this in each and every book before. Punishment. The guests left, had left, I think. Yes. Before we reached the venue, I never seen. This is impossible. I seen. No finite verb here. So I had never seen such a place until I visited Paris. So when I visited Paris, I came across this. Otherwise, I had never ever seen such a beautiful place before I visited Paris. All correct. And the last but not the least one, when we got to the bus stop, we realized the train, bus, flight had just left. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Can you answer something before we leave? Thank you, brother. A part of my slides. A part of my slides. CGL 21, 19th of April 2022, shift 1. Several minutes had passed before she returned, carry milk for the dog. I know your mindset is completely here, confined in the conditional clauses, but in examinations we come across miscellaneous questions. Amrita. Absolutely. So conditional clauses deserve the importance for sure, forever. They have. But the other stuff should also be considered. How can you say that I love sing? Love is a verb, sing is a verb, two verbs can't be together. Several minutes had passed before Anjali. That's all okay to say before because the author is stating this action had happened before. So that's fine to put it in perfect tense. That's okay to put it in perfect tense. But what about this? Before she returned, okay, that's a verb. Carry, that's a verb. How can two finite verbs be together? How can two finite verbs be together? Before she returned, carrying milk. She was carrying milk and she returned that way. So that's a blunder. Two verbs cannot be together. Okay, finishing things here. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. I hope that was a wonderful session. Looking forward to you in the upcoming ones. Thank you so much for being here. And we are here in this foundation batch targeting SSC 2025 examinations. Would love to see you in the upcoming classes. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks a lot. Thanks, everybody. In next 1 minute, any question, suggestion, objection, welcome. In next 10 minutes, any question, suggestion, objection from your side is all welcome. See you in the next class. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for mentioning your names. Thank you so much, everybody. Gauri, Anjali, Suman, Yagesh, Pradeep, thank you so much. Yes, I will, brother. Aarti, Muskan, thank you so much. Radhe Radhe. Harsh, Sandhya. In the morning tomorrow, Harsh. In the morning tomorrow, Harsh. Sandhya, Dexter, thanks a lot for the comment. Made my day. Utkarsh, Nitish, Babli, Akash, Sakshi, Prakta, thank you so much. Vishal, Neha, and all of you here. Vidansh, God bless you, bhai. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yagesh. You have always been a brother. Always. Thank you so much, bhai. Yagesh, Nancy, thank you. You two are awesome. And thanks everybody here. Manish, GPT, Prerna, Neha, Amrita, Prerna, Divya, GPT, I'm live. Can you check? Valga Valamudan, Thambi, thank you so much. Finishing things now. Jai Jagannath. Jai Jagannath, brother.